Hey, what's up, y'all? I kind of like figured out who um JoJo and Billy remind me of. They kind of remind me of, these two categories as far as this is JoJo, Joe, aka Joe Biden. He reminds me of the grandpa or the uncle that, you kind of like just kind of pacify just to, make sure, just make sure they're okay, or just make sure that just to include them in, make sure they're having a good time. Like, give for example, like, what I'm saying, like Uncle Joe here, take him out to the buffet, or take him out to, out for a little outing, and like, have a seat here, Uncle Joe. It'll be okay, give him something to play with, something to entertain him, to keep his mind going, you know. That's who Uncle Joe reminds me of. And Billy, he reminds me of that, not to be insulting to nerds, because I know that nerds don't need to be in this category. He reminds me of that nerd, that gets made fun of all their life, and all of a sudden they're gonna seek revenge, but the revenge is, they're never gonna tell what that revenge is, and it's one of those secret plots, what I'm saying, like under their basement, just secretly planning, that evil scheme, like the evil doctor, evil scientist, whatever, that thinks of that plot, ooh, what can I get to him? Ooh, look what they done to me. All that revenge is held up. But at the same time, when they're out in the public, they're maintained to keep it cool till they get that edge. Well, what I'm saying, we're waiting for him to explode, or we're waiting for his plot to unfold. And these two right here are dangerous. And if you think that they're not, that they're not collaborating, or as far as like, what the future is going to unleash here, you're wrong. Because as you can see, old Billy has been tweeting, Uncle Joe, and they've been, it's been noted. So it's very, very public that, that Billy wants us to be controlled. He wants to be deeply involved in this vaccination. And this is where I don't understand, why hasn't anybody ever questioned, what expertise do you have? You have no medical background. You have nothing that has to do when it comes to science of anything that has to control a virus, or even anything that has to do with the medical field. But what you do have, Billy, is money, power, and control. And that money and power and control is what you have with you and your little wifey poo that conspired, that you have your little foundation, and you're got a vaccine, and you're going on these third world countries, and you're controlling over that. And just allegedly you got some devil work going on over there. And it could be stem from, your father, Daddy Gates, that was in as he was a part of your eugenics. Okay, and if you're not too familiar with the eugenics, is those sick people that try to determine and split us apart, and determine we're not human. And I'm talking about split up they try to characterize the three races, and there's more than just three races. That's already been debunked, but I'm not going to get into that with that video. But my point is that Billy is just like his pappy, Daddy Gates. He wants to try to control and be God and play God and try to manipulate the human nature. Okay? Now, allegedly, this is what's to unfold for all of our future, not just black and brown, not just the minorities, but the whole worldwide, to depopulate us. Okay? Now, here's where the facts meet conspiracy. Fact, there is the Georgia Guidestones. If you do not know what the Georgia Guidestones is, please research it. This is very real. It's basically the 10 Masonic commandments. I made a video about this about 6-7 months ago. And it just unfolds and it breaks down the new world order. Now, here's the thing where I always get confused and where I have a hard time trying to make people understand this, is that they always say we're about to get in the new world order. Well, we've already been here. We were born into the new world order. If we were born, I put it like this: anybody born after 1876, you're basically in the new world order. Okay. Now I could be wrong. It could be further than that, but I'm going off the simple fact that's when the Illuminati was established, and that's when basically everything's been going on from that. And let me tell you something, just in case you may have had some misunderstandings, every government official, including your president, including senators, congressmen, everybody that's politically involved, I guarantee you, they have to be Illuminati confirmed. Allegedly. Okay, I'll put that allegedly. It will only make more sense if you got how it started. Just think about it. I mean, do more research on it. I may be wrong, but hey, I may be right. But let's get back to Uncle Joe and Billy. Let's try to figure out how we can stop their evil plan. I mean, this doesn't even sound right even coming out of my mouth. This sounds like, like some kind of science fiction movie, some kind of plot to figure out how can we stop the evil geniuses at work, and how can we do it, But you know what? Again, getting back to Uncle Joe, I really don't even want to really put too much blame on him, because he's kind of like, he's not innocent by far, but he's kind of like, he's just here along for the ride. He has no choice but to just get on that ride, get in that car and take a ride. Come on, Uncle Joe, come on, Grandpa, let's go. So just riding along with it. I don't know why they chose him. I don't know why they picked him or why they picked Miss Harris. But I'm pretty sure we're all going to figure out, and we can all have our own, thoughts why they picked her or why they picked him. My thing is, my thought, and this is just my opinion, not a fact, that they picked Miss Harris because she's supposed to be a black woman, and okay, this would be our first black vice president. Okay. And, I don't know what the outcome might be for Uncle Joe. He might be, he may not be with us for very much longer, because he, just by going by with his age and his aneurysm that he suffered, I don't know the longevity of people that have aneurysms and the prolonged life. I don't know. But I'm just saying that if the case may be where Ms. Harris may be our VP, or might become our VP if she does become our VP, and then becomes the president, she'll be the first, quote, female black president. And so with that comes control. Let's listen to what she says. This is where the group of people come in. This is where it's going to come into the control. And I'm not going to drop the race card here, but I want you to hear me when I say this. If you got somebody that is empowerment, that looks like you, that you think is for you, you're going to listen to them and you're going to comply more with what they say. Okay? And I'm saying don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. I don't care what color they are. I don't care what race they are. I don't care who they are. Don't take that poison. Do not take that. Don't roll up your sleeve. Don't allow anybody to push anything in your arm. Okay? I don't care how safe they say it is. I don't care if they say that you have to have it, or you won't be able to have a job. You won't be able to go to school. You know what? Like I said, and I keep on stating this, if rules were made, they can be changed, okay? If laws were made, the laws could be changed, okay? It's just that your voice has to be loud and it has to be heard. You got a group of people that is going to succumb to this and say, you know what, my hands are up, I give up. I roll in my sleeve, go ahead and stick that needle in me. Or you could have a group of people that says, nay, hey, stop, don't put that needle in my arm. Don't try to ingest that poison in my system, and then maybe people will listen. Now, okay, here goes the fear with the quote unquote the FEMA camps. Okay, well, again, and this is where I'll never understood this, when I've always read stories about people that get incarcerated in these mass amounts. Okay, well, there's a mass amount of people. There's more people than there are guns. There's more people than there are weapons. Okay, so that's what I don't understand. So that's why they have to control your mind before they control your body. So once they got a control of your mind is already psychologically, it's already prepped for the next phase as well. Go ahead and hold your hand out. So it's kind of like the Pavlov's law, okay? And I because it makes sense, because you're so conditioned to doing it this way. It's going to be common sense to just go ahead and just follow suit. So monkey see, monkey do, or follow leader. However you want to, however you want to put it. That psychological fear or that psychological aspect is already going to be in your brain. So when they said, come on, come with me, or it's just quarantine, and you just need to stay here for a couple weeks until your family's safe, or you're gonna face legal issues, or you're gonna face imprisonment, or you're gonna face fines. Bullshit. You better stand up for your rights. And the people that are saying and doing and telling you that you have to go with them or this is going to happen, they've already brainwashed. There ain't enough money in the world that could ever pay me to ever tell somebody to ever take them away from their family. Ever. And I don't see how anybody that's in that job or in that position is sleeping at night. Well, they got to be pure evil. They got to be some kind of demon seed, or they have no soul. And speaking of people with no souls, let's get back on old Billy. Billy, I believe, and I maybe need to go back to my psychology books and look this one up, but his personality is so bleak. It's so soulless. I mean, it's like you look into his eyes and it's soulless. There's nothing, there's no empathy, there's no sympathy, there's nothing there. So why would he have sympathy for another human being? It's a fake, it's a facade. And the same with his wifey poo. It's fake Hollywood actor type of whatever they're bred to be, it's fake. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not going to make this video any longer. I just wanted to just rant and just go on about Uncle Joe and Billy. What are we going to do? As far as, are we going to listen to Billy, or are we going to listen to Uncle Joe? Are we going to comply or die? What are we going to do here? I want to see I want to see some comments. I just want to see what is up, because we're about to face here right now. It's Friday the 13th. What do you know? I don't know what's going to happen here as far as, with the election. Are we done? I don't know. And if you ask me right now, I really don't care, because it's all going to be basically, we're all going to have to come to terms here we are going to mask up and walk around like sheep and become one of Biden's flock. Or are we just going to sit here and fight for our rights? I don't know. I'm going to let y'all ponder on that. And like I said, I'm going to end this video. I wanted to go ahead and talk over those 13 minutes because I was already 13 minutes in. I didn't want to leave it on that note. But you know what? Friday the 13th is not really a bad luck day. Now that I think about it, I made a video about Friday the 13th. It's actually, it has to do with the Masons, or the Knights Templar, and how they were finally overthrown and picked apart. And that date was on October 13th. So that kind of made it the bad day for them. So maybe it's really not a bad luck day. You know, I don't know, just something to think about. Okay, well, y'all, like I always say, thank you for listening, and I will see you next video.